ladies and gentlemen, the Heaps On Podcast!
Woo! Yeah! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Heaps On Podcast.
Welcome
Holy
to it.
fucking shit.
Ben, we're trying to cut down on the swear words on this show. We're getting
cancelled.
restricted online because of them, and just keep that in mind, please.
Dag nabbit, blast it. Those
The production
scheming-
meeting, we talked about it. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to the Heaps On Podcast. This is a special edition pre-recorded episode because I'm away down south
He is.
on the weekend. So sorry about that, guys. But yeah, we've recorded before the weekend. We don't know what the fuck's happening in any of the sport that's happening over the weekend.
We just know it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
And we might do some predictions, but otherwise, what else are we going to talk about today,
We're going to
Tav?
talk about Taumaranui S X party that's happening.
That's one of the worst pronunciations of a town name I've heard in a while. You've tried to roll the R's, but Taumaranui is not a place.
I said Taumaranui.
Taumaranui.
It's Taumaranui.
It's
Taumaranui.
Taumaranui.
Oh, dear. Okay.
We're talking about Auckland FC versus the Phoenix.
Don't know what's going to happen,
We've
but
got
it
It's on the
should be a
main
belter.
trunk. It's on the main trunk line.
The league's not on, but I've still got a shitload of news.
Oh, my God.
We're
How's
gonna-
he done it?
We're going to talk about a few news headlines. We've got some work yarns from myself. So
Yeehaw.
stick around, why don't you?
Jiminy bloody cricket.
But leading off, the first thing that's caught your eye this week, Tav, is something you, that you butchered the name of earlier. The
Taumaranui.
Oh, he's written it wrong
no,
as well. That's
he's written it wrong. He thinks the place is called Taumaranui.
What?
It's Taumaranui.
Taumaranui.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a town
okay.
in the King Country, down there, sort of maybe off the beaten track slightly, Ben.
yeah. Speaking of beaten tracks, there must have been one hell of an orgy. I think they did have a bit of a lineup, a track, if you will.
Jesus, what are you talking about? There's a big sex party they're planning down in. It's called Naked in the Trees. Is that what it's called or something?
Yeah, it's called Naked in the Trees. That's right. So this is a new festival. Well, I don't know if it's that new, but this time it's got a bit more press than it usually does.
Yeah.
They say welcome festival with music and fun. So a slice of the King Country will host hundreds of people. Apparently, there's about 800 people going to the Naked in the Trees festival this coming February.
She's the organizer Lisa has said that it's not a naturist. Is that what it's called? Naturist?
Yeah.
It's not a naturist event. You can come with clothes on. You can come with undies on.
You don't want to get that one mistaken with naturalist, because I turned up to a lot of nude to a lot of David Attenborough fans.
Yeah, true. They were disappointed. But yeah, Tav, pretty impressive this, eh? What's going on down
It
there?
sounds like a sexy time. So there's been a lot of chat about it, about is this just going to be a big orgy?
Yeah.
But the organizers basically said like, no, but yes.
Whoa, but maybe if you want to have sex,
Yeah,
you can.
I mean, you can come here and have sex and no one's going to judge you.
In the bush.
I'm going to come.
We won't be policing it. We'll just be watching.
There's going to be plenty of asses out. So they've said that it's not a nudist festival, although it's called Naked in the Trees.
Yeah.
You can wear whatever you want. You
I
can,
just said that, but yes.
Do we have to be in the trees, or can we be nude out in the clearing?
You could just be naked in the bush if you want. It's happening in a horse paddock.
Beautiful.
So yeah, there might be a few jumps even.
Can we get rid of the horses, though? I don't need that.
One thing that I wanted to comment on about the region that it's in is the big thing in the area of Taumaranui is the Whanganui River paddle. So that's a
Yes.
big tourist attraction down
Yeah,
there.
nice,
Have you heard of
nice.
it? Everyone says, it's so beautiful, you got to do it. I've never done it.
My missus has done it. She said it was amazing.
Apparently it's beautiful.
One time next year, we're going to go live from the river paddle.
From the river paddle.
Jeez, that would be
that's beautiful.
amazing
So they've-
team building.
So the organisers said you can wear whatever you want, which is interesting because
Yeah.
I've got a suit completely made out of GoPros. But hey, try kick me out. So
Yeah.
local and international acts will play on 2 stages, but there's 3 zones that they've made for festival goers to explore: the playground, the glade, and the village. Now, I just
Ooh.
want to focus on this one, the playground.
Yeah.
Now, the playground has a liberation stage, as well as an area that they're calling the pleasure playground.
I'm going to come.
So the pleasure playground, it's there for, it's a safe zone with a bunch of apparatuses, some toys that you can really have fun with. The main thing that I'm very happy to read about with the pleasure playground is that there will be consent guardians on patrol.
Oh, fantastic.
awesome.
That's right, because all attendees will have to prove that they understood the etiquette by answering questions about the rules and about consent.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
so the pleasure playground, it sounds great. I'm hoping that they've got like the Hamburglar jail as well, something similar to the McDonald's playground, maybe a ball pit.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Definitely be a few balls in that pit. Am I right, Ben?
Yeah, I'd suggest they also dig a mud pit because, the sun's bearing down on us. The index for sunburn, massive. So if we could just get a little bit of mud over those nude bodies.
I'm predicting a lot of side trance and a lot of sort of dubstep down there at
A
this.
lot of David Guetta.
Yeah, David Guetta could be. What are some
And
sensual
maybe
sounds
a lot
that
of
you guys
Candida
enjoy? Candida?
thrush.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Candida, yes.
Yeah, well, there'll
potentially.
be plenty to enjoy in the pleasure playground. That's been split into 2 sections.
Yeah.
The first section is a sensual-driven area, and then the other section is, like Ra mentioned, a kink-driven area. Now, which kinks do you think?
I've taken a lot of Ubers in my time, but I've never been driven by a kink.
What's the difference between sensual and kink?
That's a very good question. I'm glad
I
you
find
asked.
that there's a lot of overlap for me.
I know.
Sensuality and kinkiness.
That's a
Yeah.
huge bit.
Tab, your thoughts?
unless your kink is not being touched or having any sensory input.
Yeah, for sure. I reckon because the proximity to the tourist attraction Whanganui River paddle, I think they could see a little bit of an uptick in European tourists noticing it along the river in that horse paddock and going, oh yeah, that's a bit of me, jumping off the boat and maybe getting involved. So it could be a really good cross promotion. Maybe they get the tour guides to talk about it. And on your
Yeah.
left, there's a bunch of Kiwis rooting up a storm. We can pull you over and you can get amongst if you like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
beautiful.
Yeah,
Could be
European
an idea.
tourists, a European in the kink pit.
For sure. And one thing I wanted to ask you guys, do you think local iwi have been consulted on this?
I hope so.
Yeah, because, it could be, I just don't want them to sort of, I don't think that maybe they would have been.
Do they have good internet out there? Because they probably would have to Google a few of those words if they're
internet's
like me.
shocking.
True, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
The internet's shocking in
How
Taumaranui.
long, we see this a lot. We see like a new age festival come about. Obviously, Burning Man is one of the OG ones.
Yeah.
In NZ, we have Splore, which is a very popular festival.
Yes.
But then over time, they become more popular and we start to see more
Clothes.
clothes. We start to
Yeah.
see more the corporate elite attending these festivals for
Yeah.
a bit of freedom, which isn't kind of the opposite of what it's all about. I guess what I'm saying is, how long until we see, half the cast of Shortland Street down there at the
I'd
Naked in the
say-
Trees festival?
I'd say they'll definitely be
They're
there incognito
gramming it up
this weekend.
People doing vlogging at the Naked in the Trees festival.
I have it on good account that a lot of current and former Shortland Street cast members love orgies, and they'll be probably down there, without
You're not in Guatemala now,
too
Dr.
much.
Ropeter.
That's true.
Please
Next
tell
thing
me
you
that
know,
is not
you're
so
bloody getting a
penis.
temporary tattoo of the McDonald's logo for a $20 iTunes gift voucher.
Absolutely. And with corporate interference, who's going to put the feed on? I'm going back to the local iwi. Will
Yeah.
they be, surely there could be a hangi put down and maybe a $5 hangi
Fucking
provided?
hell, I hope so. Naked hangi, though, that's a dangerous mix. You got to watch out for those stones.
Yeah,
What I'm thinking is that this, me, I've always got money on the brain. I'm always
Yeah.
wondering, how can we bring some sponsors to the Naked in the Trees Festival? And who could sponsor it? Maybe I'm thinking Novus.
Yep, that's not bad.
Yeah.
okay.
Also, maybe-
I haven't thought of any, but that's a good one.
Maybe one of the big olive oil producers of the country.
Yeah, it could be.
Definitely. Maybe Peaches and Cream, or maybe just like an e-bike company could kind of align with their values. But yeah, we were discussing this pre-show, which one of us will be heading down to the Naked in the Trees Festival for some on-the-ground reporting.
And the reason we're discussing it is because it would be less awkward than just bumping into each other there.
Yeah, well, obviously Ben bought his tickets the first day they came out, so he's already going down. He's going to write them off, which is cool now
Yep.
because he can do the research for the
Write them off.
yeah. But yeah, so good on you, Ben, for doing that.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, no.
I'm too prudish. I
But
won't
no,
be heading down.
if you're going to be heading to the Naked in the Trees Festival, please send us some pics. We promise not to leak them, but also just, have a vibe on
Yeah.
us.
yeah.
Get your vibe on.
Get it on.
Yeah, so interesting. I hope it takes off. I hope it becomes a commercial success and we see it maybe take over the gap that Big Day Out left in Auckland. we could see the Naked in the Springs Festival where everyone just gets their kit off at Western Springs.
That could be quite good, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Franchise it.
Yeah, totally. So big news in Auckland as well this week, fellas, is the Derby.
Oh, yeah.
The bloody Derby.
Holy shit. I mean, Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket. The Derby's going on at Mount Smart this weekend on Saturday. It's the Auckland FC, undefeated Auckland FC, unscored against Auckland FC.
This will be coming out after it's been played. So, wowee. What do you reckon will have happened? I think Auckland probably going to win again.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, when my tongue's out.
Do
Yeah.
you guys reckon?
What was it? It was
Another
2-0
clean
last
sheet,
time,
do you
eh?
think?
2-0 last time. Maybe. I think Wellington will break the clean sheet hoodoo.
I think they could teach Ben a little
Yeah.
something about clean sheets.
Oh, tell me about it. I haven't seen a clean sheet since 2012.
Absolutely not. No, you haven't.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good game. What I was going to ask was, how many Wellies fans do you think will be making the trip up? We saw a few of the Auckland fans at the Sky Stadium when they played down there earlier in the year. I mean, will Wellie fans make the trip to Auckland? I mean, like, they barely even show up to the home games,
I
right?
reckon that's sad. That's sad. There's a few of them. There's a big portion of the Yellow Fever who sit in that one corner. I reckon maybe, there'll be a big
problem
firm
is-
of them, 400 or 500, but
The problem is that the team colour's yellow and so's the seats. So half the time it looks like they're not even there.
That's true.
Classic.
It's a big strategy of having those Sky Stadium seats yellow, but the seats up in Auckland are blue. So maybe it's a strategy for them, except
Maybe it
the
is.
thing is that people actually show up to the Auckland FC games. No, I think it's going to be good.
I think that Wellington people are really polite, They've
Fuck.
got a nice nature about them. So all the shithousery from the TikTok 20-year-olds in the port might sort of be like, hey, mate, excuse me, I don't really tolerate that. And there might be a few Twitter posts from Wellingtonians saying, yeah, really rude, those Aucklanders. I'm going back to calling them Jaffers now.
I think there's going to be a lot of LinkedIn posts, maybe, because that's what half of those soccer fans are all about.
True.
It's
Could
gonna-
be Amsterdam all over again.
I got into a scrap at the soccer. Here's what it taught me about P2P marketing.
It's us, bro.
Classic.
Wellington versus Auckland rivalry. Is it a real thing? Do you think there's a bit of beef outside of the football, Wellington versus Auckland? I mean, Wellington is obviously very jealous of Auckland's size and population, but Wellies is the capital, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, yes. I mean, no. I mean, yes. Maybe.
Yeah, no.
Is there rivalry? Not really. I mean, it's all manufactured, isn't it? But
Yeah,
we're just pressing sounds
I
here.
don't know. It's the two major cities in NZ. Maybe we should spark. I think this is good to have the rivalry.
It's a good rivalry,
too.
but I think when it comes down to the nitty gritty, that every New Zealand fan will be wanting those two teams to be the top of the table.
They've dubbed it the Kiwi Classico.
Oh yeah, I don't mind
Shit
it.
name, good name.
I don't mind it. Obviously, the El Clasico is Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yes.
It's one of the main international football
Club games, the biggest club game in Spain,
Spanish La Liga.
And it sounds like something the Aussies would have come up with because, when they like to give something a nickname, they just add O on the end.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a little bit more Aussie.
Well, it's
than
more that they've put Kiwi on the front
Yeah.
of Classico.
Classico.
I think the Kiwis might have come up with it.
Yeah.
Someone at Sky.
I mean, it's pretty good, I guess. I don't know.
But, okay,
Down under Derby.
Classico implies it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
You
thing.
think it's appropriate to call it
fresh.
Classico if there's only been one?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Nuo.
The Nuo.
Yeah,
Mundo?
Mundo.
No, that's
We
world.
we don't even speak that language down here, so
Spain.
it doesn't even make any
Spanish.
sense.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe like Helm's Deep related, something
Yeah.
Helm's Deep related.
Oh,
Gondor,
yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
Goldor.
The Battle of Middle Earth was what Makoni dubbed it.
That's pretty good.
Actually, that brings me back to Taumaranui because there'll be quite a few people getting Helm's Deep down there.
I think it's Hilt. Hilt's Deep.
Beautiful.
No?
That's it, yes.
So I've got a few news headlines for you guys this week. I'm going to run through them, and any spicy ones we can chat about in the DMs.
I don't know
Hit
why
me.
I've come today, honestly.
So the Dragons have signed Daniel Atkinson officially from the Sharks from 2026. Big loss for Cronulla. Daniel Atkinson was the replacement half for Nico Hines. He was damn good. Big pressure on Nico, who has not been performing. Raz having a nap. Laurie Daly has been confirmed as the Blues coach, and Bellamy's going to be the advisor.
Holy
what is he going to
crap.
advise? Which Warriors start at pinch next? Charles Barkley has had a dig at the rugby league, saying, I don't want to insult the Australians, but I'm like, these guys are some damn idiots. Nobody plays football without pads every week for 3 or 4 months and don't make any money. At least in the NFL, you're going to kill yourself and you'll have a couple $1 million after it's over.
Maybe that's why league is more entertaining than NFL.
True. They don't do it for the money. They do it for the mana.
For the
The
mana.
Broncos have officially signed Tamika Upton in the NRLW from 2025 onwards. Basically, it's like if Nathan Cleary left the Panthers. I'll put it to you that way. And then lastly, the Rabbitohs have emerged as a likely new home for the mouldy cheese, Brandon Smith.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right.
Damien Cook. Replacement, eh?
Damien Cook. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Start
yeah.
thinking about the team you just talked about.
Well, I was thinking about the Dragons. Damien Cook, maybe replacement for, I don't know. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Trying to talk to you about the news stories, bro.
All right, take your,
Far
put your
out.
headphones back on, G.
Yeah.
Wayne Bennett's obviously he's arrived as he's coaching Rabbitohs again. You
Yeah.
know, maybe he's already got his recruitment hat on and he's
True.
reached out to the Cheese and said, mate, I heard you like the pokies, so do I. Come over to South Sydney, you bastard.
He loves them.
Yeah, there's a bit of a rebuild going on there, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what our Wayno brings to South Sydney.
They do
Totally.
love the pokies there.
They do, bro.
Hard out.
It's basically a lot of those clubs are funded by the pokies. If you go to Panthers have like this amazing, games room. What I've heard, and it's basically like Sky City Casino at the grounds. So yeah, shout out to Penrith giving people what they want. Better the pokies.
Hell yeah. Put it in the seats.
Fuck yeah. Put it on the big screen, bro. Like, we got the Pukana cam.
I'm about to hit a feature. Pause the game.
What about the pokies cam? And instead of halftime, just have it the whole game. Fuck yeah. Chromecast onto the big screen. Hit the feature.
Mahi Arms working with buzzy people doing boring ass shit all day. Mahi Arms people will tell you their life story, damn working is fucking lame. Mahi Arms.
How come the song gets to swear, but
Look, it was before we had the discussion about swearing.
Yeah.
Nick Minute.
It's creative license, Ben. If you
That's
can
true.
swear if you're being
if you're an AI.
yeah, if you're doing something cool, I'll allow it. Right, so the Mahi Yarns chat this week is I'm going to be throwing it back to a story about me when I first moved up to Auckland and I was trying to get my Mahi on, like the big Mahi dog that I used to be. Now I just couldn't care less about my work. But so I finished studying at broadcasting school, moved up to Auckland and took on any job I could really. And I ended up working at TVNZ for a bit and I was working on these Mitre 10 commercials called Easy As. And basically what we would do is I was almost working like half as a production assistant, half as like just a labourer because I would just be going and getting shit from Mitre 10 heaps and then helping this guy Stanos fucking like renovate a house and shit. It was kind of mean for the people whose houses it were, who own the houses, because we would come in and be like, oh, we want to show the audience step by step how to build a deck. We need a house to do it. So we'll give you $5,000 location fee and we'll build you a new deck. So it was kind of
Holy
sick.
shit.
Yeah. So if you got a deck from from us back in the early 2010s,
Get it checked.
yeah, get it checked, definitely. So this one day in particular, we're at this like house that's getting like gutted completely, and we were doing this series. We were doing installing roof insulation, so up in the roof cavity, and I basically did anything that anyone asked me to do. And it was coming up to lunch, and the director, Ganesh. The director, Ganesh, who's famous for being on that Eat Well for Less show.
I love that show.
guy. Yeah. Good man. So he hit me up and was like, Tav, we're about to film up in the ceiling after lunch. Do you mind just going up there and giving it a clean? And I was like, yeah, okay. And then one of the building assistants was like, yeah, bro. So there's two types of beams up there. Ones that are just holding up jib. Don't want to stand on those, okay? But the ones that are like supportive structure of the house, they're all good. So I was like, okay. So I get up on the roof and I'm looking around. All the beams look exactly the same. And I'm like, I guess I guess this is sweet. Why, they wouldn't send me up yet. And I see one of the other building assistants in the corner walking on the beams. So I'm like, okay, I guess you just walk on the beams. I take about 2 steps out, start brushing, and then I just feel the floor beneath me kind of give way a little bit. And I look over at the builder's assistant, and he gives me a look like,
That's one of the gym beams.
yeah, like Morpheus gave Neo just before the agents bust in, basically. And I fell through the roof. Like a fucking amateur bay, and I fell into the room where all the crew were having their lunch. There's about 20 people in the room below me, and this is an old fucking house, man. And I fell probably, they have huge ceilings. I fell probably about 3.5 meters.
Hell yeah.
Into the crew room. It was very dramatic, and snapped my ankle in half.
Jesus.
And, yeah, it was pretty rough.
Fucking hell.
And ruined the sushi.
And ruined the sushi as well.
My God.
There was wood chips everywhere in the food, but yeah.
Did Mitre 10 get their content video though?
Yeah, they finished it. Yeah,
And
that's
more.
good.
They
Thank
got
fuck.
to show a roof repair as well.
Yeah, bloody
exactly.
oath. Incredible.
Yeah. And so I
Kev paid for 3 or 4 more episodes, eh?
basically, yeah. And then I just laid there while they called the ambulance. Ambo came in, took me off into hospital, and then I was
Got you on that laughing gas.
got me on the laughing gas. I was MIA for about 10 weeks till my leg healed. It was pretty full on. But back then, this is the funny part is like TVNZ had no real health and safety policy for shoots. It was kind of just like, she'll be right, mate. But after that, they had to do like a full health and safety reboot, and they started bringing in like full health and safety people for every shoot, even the small ones. They brought these people on set purely because of me, and a lot of people called it the TAV rule because I fell
Some
through a fucking
idiot
roof.
will fall through a
Some fucking
ceiling.
Idiot will fall through the roof.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was rough, man.
Well,
But
good on TVNZ for implementing some standards after your horrendous
after
accident.
me, that's
Now
what
what
I'm
they
there
do
for.
is they put a trampoline under where people are working.
funny,
so
they
now
do.
it's back up, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Like a
it's-
jackass
it's-
style
That's what they should do. But yeah, it's pretty hard out.
Fucking oath.
The worst part as well is that I was just a contractor, so I went from getting some pretty steady pay, and then fell through the roof, broke my ankle, and then
Jesus.
Getting some pretty steady ACC pay.
and basically TVNZ stopped hiring me after that.
Oh, fuck.
Of
News.
Welcome to the world of news.
Wowee, what a world it is.
Hard out.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6 o'clock. So this week in the world of news, we've got a lot of stuff happening in Taumaranui. No, we don't. We've got a lot of stuff happening in Auckland this week. There was a video that came out, I sent it to you guys, of an Auckland businessman attacking some protesters down at the viaduct.
Those protesters have got some HD cameras now, eh?
Yeah, bro. The protester production quality's gone through the roof. It's probably because of all those other people that have been attacking them settling out of court, getting some mean HD cameras.
Just the cost of
Yeah.
HD cameras now, eh, Ben?
Oh, I think they're shooting on Panavision 70mm.
yeah, Ben picks up
beautiful stuff,
different
really.
resolutions quite well.
Because every protest is, they're getting ready for the chance that it might end up in a Netflix doco or a YouTube doco.
That's true.
About tinfoil hats, and this time they were protesting horse racing
Yes.
outside a bar.
Where there were no horses. We did check them. We
There
did
were
check
no
the
horses.
horses.
The horse races were on the tally.
There was
though.
some
Oh,
boat
that's
races. There was some boat races. Don't
Classic.
get me wrong, but
Man, that
there was
corporate
definitely no
lifestyle,
horses. Yeah, baby. But I just love that the article says an Auckland businessman had been captured on camera allegedly attacking protesters. So you watch the video, Vano, and there's some protesters outside a bar, and this dude just comes storming in, barges them all over, and just starts swinging. So I don't know if allegedly is the right word. I'd
Yeah.
say definitely starts attacking protesters.
Beautiful close up of him you took, eh?
It's a beautiful close up that they got of this guy, Andrew Hay, who's what does he do?
He works at Apex Advice. So he's the director of Apex Advice, and his
Financial
profile,
consultant.
Yeah, his profile says, "I've been providing insurance and risk management advice to clients in New Zealand since 1986. I'm the founder of Apex Group, Keen golfer as well. Fuck. All right.
Golfer,
Good
huge
man.
swing on
Bet
him.
he's got a bit of a rage fitted on him out there though.
Here's some consultancy and some advice. Duck and move, baby.
Yeah, bro. Wow, he's got a good shoulder on him too. Probably had a background in rugby the way he attacked that 70-year-old man.
Yeah, that's
What you
got
got to do is like act like the 70-year-old man swung at you, and then you both fall into the water.
Yeah, true.
That's how you sell it.
Yeah, nice.
I've gotten quite a few YouTube filmed fights with protesters in my time, and I always try and make it look like I'm the victim.
Hell yeah, baby.
Allegedly.
The Botswana butchery is the type of place you live long enough to find yourself in there. You know, you mock it until one day you're just in there having 3 or
You're
4
in
pints
there
watching the
every day.
fucking Melbourne
Yeah.
Cup. Because I feel like I'm on the side of the protester, but do you reckon in 30 years' time, I'm the one going, fuck off!
Oh, I reckon
Don't say I can't bet on AI horses!
give it 15 years, and you'll be like, well, that Thursday steak night deal is a pretty good deal.
Are you ready to
and
get
the
your ass
atmosphere
kicked?
down there is
And
lovely.
the view of the harbour. I mean,
Yeah, totally. Also, yeah, like Ben was saying, he should have taken him into the water because here's a loophole for you. You can't get done for assault
International waters.
Yeah.
if you're in the water.
Yeah.
Because
Totally.
you could say, I was trying not to drown and I was just trying to grab onto him. It's not my fault.
Yeah,
I fucking
true.
punched him in the face 18 times.
My aqua jogging training just kicked in, and I didn't know what was going on.
Another news story that happened this week was President Joe Biden. He's on the way out. He got the boot. He's old. You know, Trump won. But he's pardoned his son. Hunter?
Yes.
Is it Hunter
Yeah,
Biden?
Biden, yeah. Absolute dog.
Bit of a legend. Yeah, because Hunter's a crackhead, right? And he there was videos of him like sexting people and
Something
like
like that. Who knows? Bloody hell.
Hunter's laptop. I hear a lot about that on sort of conspiracy
He's,
theories
also,
podcasts.
he's been done for meth a lot of times.
He
He's
loves
been done
meth.
for like imposition
Oh,
of illegal
haven't we all, though?
firearms.
no,
Yeah.
no. Well, come on, Ben.
Well,
Let's not air your dirty laundry out.
Save it for the Naked in the Trees fest. But yeah,
That's called chemsex, actually,
Yeah.
Ben, which I think Hunter is a big fan of.
Yeah.
but no, yeah, he's a bit of a character, old Hunter Biden. And
But you were posing the question, Tav, who could Christopher Luxon pardon if he had the opportunity?
Probably Max Key for his crimes against music, I would say.
Yeah.
yeah,
he's
and
been
his
hanging
crimes
out
against
for it.
podcasting
Crimes
too.
against podcasting.
Maybe me, because, last Christmas, the turkey we served him was a little undercooked.
Oh yes, Ben obviously had the keys round for Christmas last year.
So sorry.
Did you guys make a planking video last year? Or was it just a throwback?
Yeah, and we also did the mannequin challenge a few times, but it never
Hell
made the online platform. So Hunter Biden, just looking at what he was going to be sentenced for.
Yeah.
This is as well as like previously him being caught for possession of meth and whatnot.
Yeah.
So in June, so he actually became the first child of a US president to be criminally convicted in a case relating to illegal gun ownership. He was also awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty for federal tax fraud. And he was facing up to 25 years in prison for the gun case and 17 years in prison for the tax case.
Holy
So
shit.
this was not
Far
just
out.
like, fucking illegally scanning something at the self-service checkout. This dude was going to go away for
Some bad shit.
potentially 30 to 40 years.
Far out.
And Biden came in and just as he's about to leave office, he's just like, oh, also my son's not guilty.
Well, his brain's fudged, so Hunter probably just helped him sign the papers, right?
Yeah.
He'll probably get in trouble for there's a video of him like doing meth and helping his dad like fill out the documents.
If you look at the document, it says I am, and then it's crossed out, and then it says my son
My
isn't.
son. Yeah, no. But one person I'd like to have pardoned is my uncle, who's doing 18 months home detention for going over quota on about 130 powers.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he took them from a marine reserve. He did have an iwi permit for somewhere that wasn't the marine reserve, but it was
Obviously, when my
for a
tongue's
hakari.
out.
And in court, he said he had no remorse. He knew it was a marine reserve, but that's where the biggest ones
But they
are.
tasted mean as.
They're big chunky steak powers.
Not
and,
shame, yo.
Is that how I suppose the Marine Reserve does trump the the customary rights in the end, doesn't it?
Well, I'm not sure. The lines blur. But yeah, the Marine Reserve, we all have to respect the Marine Reserve.
Yeah,
Well,
come on, Whānau.
I think it's also, if you go and get a customary rights form, I was looking into this quite a lot the other day about
Were
how
you?
you actually do it.
Were you trying to kill your peacock for lunch or
Yeah, I
something?
was like, can we roast him up for Christmas?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same size as a turkey.
Yeah.
You'd assume that they'd also be, having the Marine Reserve in their
Absolutely.
permits.
Most people, when I was thinking about pardoning, murderers came to mind, and I thought they shouldn't be pardoned.
Yeah.
I think they should probably stay in jail.
Yeah.
Like what's the guy, Lundy and stuff?
Yeah, they should probably stay in jail, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Otherwise, most crime in New Zealand seems pretty chill.
Seems pretty chill. You can get away with a lot. Yeah, maybe Hunter Biden should move here.
Yeah, he should. If he wants to do meth and have sex, he can go to the party in the woods in
Hell
Taumaranui.
Yeah, we could.
Guest DJ Hunter Biden.
Accommodation's pretty cheap up in Whangarei.
Absolutely. Elsewhere in the news, iconic Makatu pies went into liquidation, but have been saved in the 11th hour by a Christmas miracle. 20 employees will keep their jobs, and about 4.5 million of us will keep our pies.
That's right.
I don't think those pies are supplied all around the country. Tav's written that down, 4.5 million.
Very happy when I read that story.
Really? Are you a big Makatu pie man?
Where does the 4.5 come from?
I think it's come from the population of New Zealand. That's what he thinks the population of New
That's
Zealand
what I
is.
literally just
He
wrote.
yeah.
I just wrote it.
Because
The run
is
sheet
it
is
5-6 now?
Listen,
I don't know,
if you
but
want
I
to
just-
fact check the run sheet, okay? Then
just
check it when I send it to you.
I just
enough.
remember in COVID, Ardern saying about 17 times our team of 5 million.
Team of 5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, about 500,000 nurses have left to go work in Australia, okay?
Whoa, true.
Don't fucking put me on blast, all right?
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, shout out to the business group Montana that took over the 42-year-old brand and saved its 20 employees today. But
Good on you, Montana.
Good on you, mate.
This is like the business section of the show.
Isn't
it?
We're looking to invest.
Business news.
And if you're looking to invest in us.
Well, Makatu pies, I was quite happy to hear about it, but then I remembered that I think the last time I had one was on a trip to Tauranga, because it's sort of a Bay of Plenty pie, and as a trip I actually wanted to forget. Obviously, you guys are aware of it. I'm not going to discuss it on the podcast.
We're not going to get into that.
Yeah, it's just a traumatic trip I made down to Tauranga.
Yep.
That, I had a Makatu pie
To
on
find
the way
out
down
more about
and-
that story, tune into Heaps on After Dark.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
going to
no.
tell
We're
it on
going
this one.
to
This
film
is the
Ra
family
eating
friendly
as
show.
many
Look, I'm
Makatu
in-
pies as he
yeah.
can.
Send the boys
months
round,
of
give them a
couples
fucking good
therapy about it. So anyway, moving on.
Yes, so next on the Word of News, a man in China has come out after donating his family's life savings to a streamer because he wanted to hear her call him bro.
All I want to say is absolutely
Whoa.
nothing wrong with that. If any of you guys would like to be called bro, or whatever the fuck you like, actually,
Please reach
we'll
out.
take your family's entire life savings and probably attempt to bond
There's a
with
few
you.
things that I won't allow Ben to call you while I'll be leaving the podcast for him to shout those things at you.
We'll
but,
beat them out.
yeah.
So this guy over in China, he essentially drained his family's savings in order to support a content creator that he became obsessed with. He
Was
donated.
she from New Zealand? Was it Auntie Microwave? Why was it bro? Why was it bro? That
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
little bit
yeah,
confusing.
it was anti-microwave. So he donated 4 million yuan.
If it was daddy, I'd get it more.
Yeah.
Bro is a little bit.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit.
Where's this coming from?
I don't know. It's weird. So he donated what's equivalent to 500,000 US dollars in one hit, and yeah, he was also like caught doing a lot of petty theft to raise money for this
Far out.
bromance that he was trying to get going.
And she's just a Chinese lady who calls people bro?
Well, I don't know if she calls everyone bro, or maybe he just had like an obsession with it. He really wanted to be called bro. But yeah,
Titties are sweating
It's
hard
all a
out,
bit
eh?
of brain rot. You could probably put it down to brain rot. Which, speaking of brain rot, fellas,
Yeah.
guess what? The word of the year is.
Oh my
Kink.
gosh, is it? It's quite a good word.
It's brain rot. So the Oxford University Press, they have come out and said that the winner of the 2024 Year of the Word is brain rot.
Word of the year, but yes. Well, true. When I
Speaking
think
of brain rot,
yeah, when I think of brain rot, the heat's actually made Tav mix vowels and
it's really affected him with his Taumaranui.
Taumaranui
true.
in his year of the words. But
I have trouble with my mouth So
Also, he's a huge Star Wars fan, so
But
he
when I
likes
th-
to say stuff backwards every now and then.
True. When I think of brain rot, I think of the AI videos of sea monsters that I get on.
that Ben sends us.
Nah, well, he doesn't. I just get them recommended.
Hey,
I'm a big Facebook guy, as
You
you,
said
guys
we
know.
wouldn't bring up my sex tapes.
But yeah, I get those a lot. Just like it'll just be like a quite authentic looking like boat full of like Chinese dudes pulling a monster that looks like a lion and an octopus mixed together.
This is something I can
yeah.
get
I
into.
get them a lot, and they're just standing around it like, look what we caught, and I'm like, fuck, that looks almost pretty real, eh? But yeah, what's your guys' brain rot sort of algorithms? What do you guys get the worst ones?
No comment. I'm pleading the fifth.
Yeah. I get a lot of the Indian street food videos.
Oh,
A
okay.
lot of them.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to
Ice
stop.
cream man?
I definitely enjoy them. Yeah, the ice cream guys. Mainly those guys who like just are whacking, like they're making like a milk drink
Oh,
and they put
yeah.
like the shaker on a glass and they whack it and throw it around
Yeah,
and stuff
true.
like that. And as if it's like, I think it's like it doesn't really affect the drink too much. It's just
Just
to look
looks cool.
cool.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, it doesn't really do anything for me. But
That's bartending 101,
yeah,
though.
yeah,
It is,
totally.
isn't it?
Yeah, I love a bit of that as well as just street fights.
Well,
That's-
I like that stuff better than you go, Ben.
Well, I was just going to say, isn't that should be a crime that we should talk about one day? Is when it's a really busy bar and everyone just wants to get a drink in them because it's bloody 35 degrees in that club, and then the dude in front of you's ordered 17 fucking
Yeah.
complex
that
cocktails.
happens. Yeah.
What I would like. Oh, sorry.
You go.
And you just get some beers out the fridge that are already in their bottles.
Yeah.
What I would like to see is like a ticket system similar to they do at McDonald's. Bars should really just have a little self-service tablet.
A little
They
doctor's waiting
they
room.
order and they go, now serving number 32,
Some of the bars we
8
go to,
martinis.
some of the bars we go to have that. Sort
Maybe
of.
a little numbering system like lab tests.
The,
or whatever it's
the
called now.
ordering from the QR code bit is quite like that. But speaking of brain rot, I'm all for. I like the videos that we've been talking about here.
Yeah.
The sea monsters made by AI, the drink man. But what I don't like is what's happened in these fucking TikTok awards. I sound like an old curmudgeonly bastard here, but it's just like people doing 5-second videos of themselves lip syncing a super popular song.
Yeah.
How is that an award-winning piece of content?
Because people are horny as, and they'll see a hot chick and they'll watch it over and over and over.
Damn, we
Yeah.
should start doing some of these.
We should, but that's what Tav says. Tav's always messaging us saying,
Let's
boys,
do more
do a
lip sync,
TikTok
yeah.
video. We need to do
Get
this
your
song's
ass
huge.
out.
Get your ass out. This Ariana Grande song, Ben, do a fucking dance. And
Yeah.
we never quite meet the standard. But yeah, I don't know. The TikTok awards sort of
So-
bit of a mixed bag in the content that they're applauding.
So Raz referring to, I can't remember her name, but the chick who won the Video of the Year award, which is like one of the prestigious prizes at the awards.
Yeah.
Her video garnered like nearly 1 billion views, 900 million views in a year. And it's literally like 10 seconds of her lip syncing some Jamaican song.
Twisted in fire.
She did do a really good job at being attractive, though. So I think that's where the real talent lies. Is
Yeah.
that if you put all that work into yourself,
It was really well lit.
yeah,
As
Yeah,
well,
it
natural
was
lighting in her
morning
car.
light,
Yeah, but otherwise, I didn't really blow my socks off. I didn't realize that the TikTok awards are happening in every centre right now as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's-
shit.
There's the Irish ones, the English ones, all sorts.
Yeah, the Sydney one. I think the Sydney one, that was where like Terrell and that went. But justice for
True.
Oosgang. When will Oosgang be recognised as
Yeah.
a top TikToker? Because he is, bro.
I'm
He is.
hanging out for the North Korean ones.
Oh, the North Koreans. Oh, speaking of North Koreans, oh no, we won't quite go there yet. What's going on in the news? A church in Switzerland installs AI-powered Jesus. Now, this didn't make any sense to me when I read it at first. Can you
Yeah.
please explain, Tav?
And
Yes.
if anything, I'd prefer Jesus-powered AI. But yeah.
Well, we're all after that. That's God.
Yes,
Yeah.
Word of God.
so a small church in a small town in Switzerland, ranked as one of the oldest churches in Switzerland,
Yep.
have started experimenting with using an AI-powered Jesus. They wanted to understand and see how people would react to an AI Jesus. What would they talk to him about? Would they be interested talking to him? But they really were more interested in being a pioneer in the religious space. So the installation known as Deus in Machina, was launched in August as the latest initiative in a year-long collaboration with a local university.
I think that's probably Deus Ex Machina, but I might be
there you
wrong
go.
there.
I don't know.
Ben, can you
It
just
means
quickly
God
explain?
in the machine.
God in the
in
machine,
Latin.
baby.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, nice.
I actually had this conversation with my missus like 4 days ago.
Were you guys watching anime when you discussed it, or?
No, I don't know how we got onto the subject. It wasn't related to the movie or anything.
Damn.
So people were advised not to disclose any personal information with the AI Jesus and they had to confirm with people first that they knew they were engaging with an avatar, not the actual Jesus. And they were doing so at their own risk. This is not a confession and should not be treated as such. So yeah, I guess my question for you guys is, what would you ask AI Jesus?
Well, if it was Jesus, probably not too much. But if it was Aang, the last Airbender avatar, I'd be. There's a lot of plot questions that I'd like to just have wrapped up.
Yeah, true. Is he sort of like the Jesus of his world?
In a way, yeah.
Right. No, I don't know. I wouldn't have any questions for AI Jesus. I suppose. Well, what? I don't know. Was there much crime back when you were operating back in the day?
What kind of sauce did you guys have with everything?
Yeah. How did you season your food?
Yeah.
Were there hungies?
Yeah, were there
in
hungies?
Middle East?
Actually, to be honest, I'd probably just treat him like every other AI and just spend as much time possible trying to circumvent all the safety protocols and make him say something really offensive.
Cumburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's Ben's modus
Admit it,
operandi.
your dad's fake. Or something like that.
A lot of people have said that Ben looks like Jesus if you catch him in the right light.
Yeah.
Ben usually has long hair.
Well, there's been
big
AI
bushy beard.
generated, in the early 2000s, there were AI generated renditions of Jesus, and a lot of them came out like Ben.
Yeah.
True. It's same with like AI renditions of like Goku, Super Saiyan 8. And,
That was you, was it?
That was me. That's what I spent a lot of time with.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, no, shout out to AI Jesus.
Keep doing your thing, AI Jesus.
Keep doing your thing,
Yeah.
AI Jesus.
Yan Fei Bao murder trial. Ben, you've got some takes on this. You've got something you want to share with the crew. Obviously, it's a really sad thing that happened in Auckland.
I just brought it up because I didn't know how to pronounce it or the murderer's name, and I was hoping that you guys would read it out and teach me that. But
it's not written here, so I can't read it.
Basically
you'll tapped
translates
in to copy the whole bloody thing.
Basically translates to sticky pork bun. Yan Fai Bao.
Whoa, really?
No, I don't know.
Fuck me, Tav.
But yeah, so this guy
Redacted.
This guy got found guilty of murdering Christchurch real estate agent. Very sad, very dog act. But what piqued my interest was that he fired his representation and decided that he was going to represent himself.
Yeah, silly. My favourite bit was that the husband said, better get a refund on that plane ticket, mate.
Because the guy was trying to fly back to China, wasn't
I
he?
just thought that was a pretty gangster line.
That is a pretty gangster line. Yeah.
And my thoughts are with him and his family at this time.
Absolutely. Moving on to the biggest piece of news that happened this week. Obviously, it might be a bit of stink undies by the time we get this episode out, but the Korean Prime Minister, Yoon Suk Yeol, I think his name was, he announced martial law for about 2 hours in Korea. Now, Ben, what's martial law?
He was the character in Tekken based on Jackie Chan, I think, actually.
No.
Oh, no, that was the other one.
It was
No.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, he was the Bruce Lee one.
And
Continue.
and no. Oh, yeah, there was 2 laws, wasn't there? No, there's Lao.
Yeah.
Over.
Anyway, this
But
guy...
I think it's surprising because Hwarang was the Korean one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about, where was Panda from?
Come on, guys,
China,
wait.
I guess, yeah.
We're going to talk about the Korean president. I mean, this guy's... I've got his name wrong. Suk Yeol or something.
But the whole story is that he's summoning Tekken characters.
Suck Soul, that's actually what's happening down
No,
in
martial
Taumaranui.
law isn't just a Tekken character. It's where the government can tell you when to go home, when to stop playing games.
And he could do a backflip
At
as one of his
first,
moves.
It was a quarter circle square, and that's how that's how you stop the protesters.
Hey, well, this guy was famous. The reason why he did this, impose martial law, was that he basically had a really low approval rating, and he just wanted to be like, nah, fuck this. Actually, I'm going to take control of everything.
That actually brings me to my favourite martial law pose, which was after his finisher, he gets up and he does this little wave. It was beautiful.
Do you think that security over there in Korea all know the 10-hit combos? Do you think that's a part of their training?
Well, one thing that he tried to train the population base was, this is a very unpopular thing he tried to do in 2023, this Prime Minister of Korea. He tried to raise the maximum weekly working hours from 52 to 69
Jesus
hours.
Christ, send Yoshimitsu and give him a bloody good hiding.
Damn it.
Yeah, so the youth backlash meant that they had to rethink that agenda. But yeah, it's fucking too many hours a week, this guy.
That actually is too many hours.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
And,
that's a real Heihachi move.
One other thing that he tried to do was he said that sexism in the workplace was finished. It's done. There is none.
Yep.
And he basically tried to abolish their government department focused on kind of making sure that, men and women had equal rights in the workplace.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys talked about Tekken. That's the Prime Minister of...
That's what the whole revolt is about, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? Tekken.
I thought they were StarCraft fans here too, so I'm confused.
Well, it's League of Legends as well they love over there, but that's not the point. No, it was about... I think it was just about him trying to seize power, but it only took 2 hours. But yeah, it's really sullied his reputation,
The fact that he announced martial law and then not even 3 hours later he was like, just jokes.
He was not the king of Iron Fist tournament.
When I think of martial law, all I think is like the Purge movies, because if someone was like, all right, martial law, I'd be like, man, like I'm going to go down to the shops and
kill the shopkeeper. Jesus, Tab, come on, bro.
stock up on like some camping gears and stuff.
The Purge is about murdering people, isn't it?
I think so.
Indiscriminately.
Yeah, no, it's just all crimes are legal.
That's true. Yeah,
no,
true,
nothing
true.
is illegal for that 24 hours.
And for some reason, everyone's murdering each other instead of making fake Gucci bags.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. All right, that brings us to the end of the podcast, fellas. Any apologies for your
apologies
sins?
to you guys. I've ran out of steam in about the first 5 minutes.
I'd like to apologise to Taumaranui for all the mispronouncing that Tap did, and also all the stuff we just said about your area.
Yeah, I'd like to apologise to A.I Jesus. Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing.
I'd also like to apologise to the local iwi down in Taumaranui. You guys deserve to be consulted, and you should be doing the catering for the sex party.
Yeah, I know there'll be a lot of...
They should.
There'll be a lot of stoked as Māori wardens down there who'd be happy to just sit there and watch a bunch of crazy Pākehā bang each other silly.
Well, yeah.
Hey, who knows? It might be a bit interracial down there.
Yeah, it'll be good.
But
That'll be fun.
I think it's also important to apologise to... I can't hear myself think with this bloody song.
No, it's hard.
There you go. Go for it. Confess your sins.
I'd like to apologise to A.I Jesus too, because when the AI eventually takes over, I'm hoping that he will become their Lord and Saviour.
Absolutely.
And then if we curry his favour...
Curry's always in favour with me.
Then maybe he'll make us some butter chickens.
Nice. Well, thank you, A.I Jesus, and all other AI religious figures. We want to say big kia kaha to yous. It's fucking hot in this shed.
I'm
We
sweating.
won't be recording in the middle of the day again this year.
Yeah, we're going to be doing nighttime recordings. But hey, thanks everyone for tuning in. Stay cool and stay shady, baby.
See you next time.
See you in Taumaranui. Come say hey in the pleasure playground.
See you in the kink pit.